Whoops. Alright, got a new cap. Got the whole new setup with the lights. And now I'm gonna replace this thermostat, which is right under here with 2 bolts. Just gotta unplug this sensor. Yeah, so I'll get to that. Yeah, these 2 nuts are 2 different sizes for some reason. Like this one is on this side has a washer and it's a 12 mil, and then this one's a 13 mil. 12, 13, they're 2 different sizes. I don't know why, but I'm about to find out why. I'm just going to keep this hose connected unless I have to, and then just pull off the whole assembly. I got a new gasket and everything, so, but hopefully the threads aren't stripped in it, and that's why there's 2 different things with the washer and all that. I might need an extension for this though, because yeah, it's tight, the spaces. Don't do this when the engine is hot. I think that's common sense, but yeah, I'm taking off this bolt, and you gotta take off the connector off here, and if you have to, you could take off this hose clamp and pull the hose off. This is the thermostat right under here. When you do a coolant reroute, you gotta put a little plate over it and reroute this to the back, which I will eventually do, but for now, gotta do what you gotta do. I hate being sick. We're gonna one bolt, and this guy gotta get out. This is like the weirdest bolt ever. It's 12 mil, but it might be 11. I don't know. It's kind of rounded. Of course, it's my luck. Just gotta play with it, I guess, a little bit until it comes off. You're probably gonna lose a little coolant doing this, but you know, I plan on doing a coolant flush soon, so it's weird. It's spinning, like loosening, but it's not coming out. What the hell does this person do? This is a 1990s, so dropped one of my lights, and I just found out there's a nut on this. I just saw. So yeah, that might have something to do with it. I don't know if there was one on the other side. I hope not, because if so, I dropped it. But I don't think there was. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And there we go. Then this should just come on off. And there's the thermostat. All covered in nastiness. This is a thermostat, and then you gotta get a new gasket. I gotta scrape all this off right here around it. So I'm gonna go get the new thermostat and gasket and like a little razor blade, and I'll be back. It's like seized in here for some reason. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was in there. Just gotta give it some encouragement. But there's the old guy. And here's the new one. New one's in. It looks just like the old one. It has this little weird thingy. You gotta make sure that's facing the engine. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Just make sure it looks the same as when you took it out. But now I just gotta put the gasket on. Just gonna take this soft and agitate this. There wasn't even a gasket on this. That's what's crazy. Unless it's still on this side. And yes, it is. I gotta get a razor blade. So that means you do have to take this hose off to get that thing off. So I'll be back. So I just loosened the clamp and I'm taking this off. Oh, I'm gonna leave the thermostat in there, the new one, and I'm gonna go clean off this gasket. You can see it's stuck on there all nasty. So I'm gonna clean this off, this mating surface, and then I'll be back. Gonna use a razor blade or anything I can really, and then put this back on the hose, put the gasket on there, and then tighten her back up, put the connector back on, and it's all done. So it's the next day. I put the hose back on. I had to take this off, this crossover tube, which is just this Phillips here and a Phillips here, and then this part just comes right off because I had to get to this nut under there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get down to it somehow. Yeah. But there's a nut on the bottom of this one. which is a 12, and this is a 13. I got a new nut for this side, and I got one for this side, but this side is stripped. So I'm going to get a whole new thermostat housing. This is the top part, and the bottom part's the one that's stripped. So I had to put that back in for now. So for now it works. But yeah, so it's good now. But I still don't know what's going on here. This fan doesn't work. This one spins, this one doesn't. I don't know what's going on. The person who had this engine bay, or this car, like kind of messed up this engine bay. Plan on painting this. Gonna put a breather filter right here and a little plug right there. New radiator hoses, Mishimoto fans and radiator, and a little plate by Hard Dog. I can't wait to get rid of that when I turbo it, but like I gotta clean and paint this engine bay. I'm gonna paint it white. Gotta go to the junkyard and get parts. Like this is the fuse lid, but anyway, I replaced the cap and the thermostat and the gasket. The person like painted like the hoses with the same paint as the car, and he painted like this, all the hoses basically, which I gotta replace all the hoses. I'm gonna replace that, this, get rid of that or replace it, get a new skunk to intake manifold and all this stuff. Get all, I just gotta clean this engine bay up because it is rough. So yeah, that's basically it. When you do the thermostat, it's going to be a lot easier because hopefully you don't have that. You just unscrew them, take it off, screw them back in. I had to fiddle around and stuff because of that side was stripped, which I had to replace. But yeah, got a new oil dipstick right there because the one I had, it was broke on the top. But yeah, for now, that's it. I bled the system so the heat's good. I still don't have air conditioning. It comes on, that fan spins, that one doesn't, so I gotta get a new fan motor, and then hopefully the AC works. If not, then that means it just needs a recharge. So I plan on painting these little tow hooks right now, not right now, but soon, probably like gray or white, because the engine bay is going to be white and the rims. Get intake turn signals, all that good stuff, new lights. It's miserable and rainy outside, so I got the cover on.